Now, I'm sure if nothing else, we can all agree that I don't really have to explain why this review is necessary, right? What the heck is up, you guys? Animated Heroes here, back with another review for you guys. And as you can see today, it's going to be of the custom cape that I got. It was supposed to be made for the Mayfix Justice League Batman, but I decided to use it for this one because I knew I had this guy coming and I knew I was going to need a custom cape for him. And I have to be honest, I am very satisfied with what I got. And even though it wasn't made for this figure, it definitely works, and that's one thing I'm happy about. Like, this figure, honestly, in terms of looks, I already saw it as close to a 10. The cape just ruined it for me, but as you guys can see now, I have this awesome flowing wired cape that looks absolutely amazing that I am now going to talk about. Now, one thing that I can say I absolutely love about this cape is the fact that no matter how you pose it, it looks natural, it looks nice, and it doesn't look weird. Like, as you guys can see right now, I have it going straight down. Not really many curves in it, but still, it looks great. And what is also cool is the fact that there's a lot of bendy wire in there, and you can pose it however you want to. If you want to go with the windswept effect, there it is. And as you guys can see, it sits exactly like it's supposed to, and that looks so badass. This just really captures that Batman Arkham City Arkham Knight feel, and I love it. Like, no matter how you pose this thing, it works. And as you guys can see, you can get it all the way out for the most part and still looks absolutely nice, and it sits without moving. You don't have to worry about it falling or anything, and I just dig that. Now, of course, saying all those good things about the cape, there are some bad things that I have to discuss for you guys to know. If you do buy this particular cape, to go for this figure, it will work, but it's definitely going to take some mods. The hole in the cape was a little bit small. I had to get it to go all the way around the neck, so I cut it a little bit, and I can't show that, unfortunately, but you guys will understand what I mean if you decide to go this route with this particular cape for this figure. Now, another thing was, probably the most difficult part was this right here. This piece on the back, which connects to the ugly cape, it is not meant to be removed at all. And as you guys can see, if you look in there, I had to pretty much cut that off. I used my box cutter and I just jammed it through there several times. I kind of staled the blade a little bit, but it's okay. I'll end up buying another one anyway. But it was very difficult. And one thing I will say is you guys got to watch your fingers. I did this without any gloves on. I should not have done that. I probably should have done this with some freaking mittens on because I was way too close to my fingers several times. But you're going to have to cut this off, and it is a little bit difficult. Now, the cape is very nice, but the neck is large. So for those of you who want this particular cape and you want to get that pose where Batman has a cape over his shoulder, it works, but it's not going to come around at the front, like I said, because the neck is really large. And the fact that the cape is really thin around this area up top where you hook it onto the body. So you can do it, but that's about as much as you can get without forcing it. And lastly, this is one thing you guys definitely have to take note of. The way this figure is set up, taking this neck off is very difficult. The ball peg was damn near impossible to get back in there. And what I recommend is the first time you take this off, you put it in some hot water and you let it sit for, I don't know, at least 2 minutes. Because when you remove this, it's going to be difficult to be put back on because the pegs are really extremely tight. And it was hard to get the ball in there. So I'm pretty sure you guys get that, especially anyone who plans on modding figures, you know about that. So that's one thing I recommend you do because it took me forever to get this back on. But other than that, you will have to cut that backpack piece off, and then you're going to have to take the neck off completely and shove it down over the cape. What I did was glue the cape down because it's going to come up a lot. So be prepared for that. But once you get it engineered and set the right way, it's good. Like this is flush. This is something that I'm not going to have any more trouble with. So it definitely takes some work. But once you get it, this is what you got. This cool Batman figure with an awesome cape. And it makes this figure look so much better. So I highly recommend you guys pick one of these up if you can get your hands on them. Now my final thoughts on this cape are exactly what I've been saying. You guys can see just how cool it makes this figure look and how much better it makes this figure look. Like honestly, if it would have came this way, I would have loved it so much better than I did. I know I made a couple of people mad throwing that cape away at the very beginning of my review, but I don't care. That cape was terrible. So if you can get your hands on this, do it. I recommend it. I will leave my boy Harkercustoms page at the last photo of my gallery. Make sure you guys check him out on Instagram. Hit him up to see if you can get your hands on one of these. I said it several times. I cannot say it enough. If you get this figure and you get a custom cape for it, you will enjoy it so much more. And anyway, that's my review of this custom cape. Shout out to my man who got this to me. I really appreciate it. You don't know how much, man. I really enjoy this figure so much more now. So thanks a lot for that. But anyway, like I said, that's my review. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If so, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. That always helps me out. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Hit that bell icon if you want to be notified every time I upload a video. And of course, follow me on everything you see listed in the description below. As always, Animated Heroes out. Peace.